Thank you for joining us on News Now. The battle between the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele, and the Department of State Services over a plan to arrest the CBN governor may have been put on hold as Emefiele resumes duty. The CBN governor on Monday resumed office at the CBN headquarters after spending several weeks in the United Kingdom and the United States following reported plots by the DSS to arrest him. In a statement by the CBN Director of Corporate Communications, Ositan Wanisobi, the APS brand governor had resumed to work amid concerns over his absence since last month. The bank further urged Nigerians to continue to support the policies of the bank aimed at ensuring a stable financial system and the Nigerian economy in general. Meanwhile, the Department of State Services has denied invading the CBN head office in Abuja. There were reports in some media outlets alleging that the DSS had stopped the CBN headquarters to arrest the governor of the APS Bank. In a statement on Monday by the DSS Public Relations Officer Peter Afananya, the agency denied arresting Emefiele, describing it as fake news and quite misleading. However, the development appears to have put a temporary stop to the reported plot by the DSS to arrest the nation's #1 banker. Emefiele, perhaps the most embattled and controversial CBN governor in recent history of the country, left the country last month following the decision of the DSS to arrest him. In December, the Secret Service Agency approached an Abuja court to arrest Emefiele over allegations bordering on financing terrorism and money laundering, among others. However, the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja reportedly stopped the DSS from arresting the CBN governor for alleged acts of financing terrorism, fraudulent activities, and economic crimes of national security dimension. The DSS filed a suit on December 7 seeking to arrest the CBN governor, but Justice J.T. Toso declined to grant the application for the governor's arrest in December last year. And in the meantime, the candidate of People's Democratic Party, PDP, for Borno Central Senatorial District, Jibrin Tatabe, has expressed delight over his reinstatement by the Federal High Court sitting in Maiduguri. Aminu Yakudima, his personal assistant in Abuja, Monday lauded the decision of the court. The court had on January 9 declared Tatabe as the authentic PDP candidate for Borno Central Senatorial District by Federal High Court in Maiduguri in the February 25 general election. He said the ruling, which was given by Justice Jude K. Daggett, brought an end to a long-standing dispute between the PDP over the candidacy for the senatorial ticket. He said Tatabe had suffered a great deal of injustice over his nomination and the PDP while expressing his delight at the court's ruling. According to him, he truly cared about the well-being of his constituent, and this they will definitely found in me. He said, I assured them that if elected, I will work tirelessly to bring about the much-needed change, end quote. He promised to bring development to their doorsteps in the World District, adding that the PDP had also welcomed the court's judgment and ready to comply forthwith. In the meantime, the People's Democratic Party Monday directed that party flags at the National Secretariat in Abuja be flown at half-mast in honor of 16 members who died on Saturday in a motor accident in Plateau State. The party, in a statement by its National Publicity Secretary Debo Ologun Nagba in Abuja, said that the PDP family was grief-stricken over the fatal motor accident. Ologun Nagba said in honor of those brave compatriots, the PDP had directed that its flags at the National Secretariat in Abuja be flown at half-mast while urging Nigerians not to relent in prayers for the nation at the crucial time. Ologun Nagba commiserated with the families of the victims of the accident. He prayed to God to grant them the grace to bear the loss and to heal the injured and grant them speedy recovery. And in the meantime, a police inspector, Matthew Amen, who was a colleague of ASP Drambi Vande, the police officer who allegedly killed a lawyer, Omobolanle Rahim, on Monday, told Lagos State High Court that the Ajah Divisional Police Officer warned them against shooting any civilian. Amen, who was led in evidence in chief by the Attorney General and Commissioner of Justice Moyoshori Onigbajo, told Justice Ibironke Harrison that December 25, 2022, when the incident happened, he and his colleagues resumed duty at 6 a.m. in their office at Aja. The presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, has vowed to tackle Nigeria's multifarious challenges, including oil theft, debt servicing, secessionist agitation, youth unemployment, electricity problem, insecurity, amongst others. Obi said he will fight and end public corruption. Go and check my record. That's according to Obi. It is there, he said, adding that he is the only former governor that did not owe salaries, gratuities, or any pension after he left office. The Labour Party presidential candidate said he will provide an enabling business environment that will attract foreign investment. He said Nigeria borrows for consumption and not for investment. The former Anambra State governor said he would turn around the power sector if elected by February 25. According to him, he will move Nigeria's power generation capacity from 4,000 megawatts to 7,000 megawatts by the end of 2023. Away from there now, let's civil society group Alliance for Protection of Democracy, APD, has commended the Chief of Defense Staff, CDS General Lucky Irabo, for ensuring that the military remain committed to protecting the nation's democracy. In a statement signed by Secretary of the group, Bimbo Salau, and made available to newsmen in Abuja on Monday, the group said the assurance given by the CDS about the readiness of the military to support the police in ensuring hitch-free elections was worthy of commendation. The group added that Irabo's comment that democracy has come to stay because it's a system of government that gives people the power to determine who govern them was a big relief to Nigerians. The secretary said it was a strong signal to those who are bent on giving negative narratives on the outcome of the elections. And now it was all tales of sorrow, anguish, and pain from widows of fallen heroes as the country marked the 2023 Armed Forces Remembrance Day across the nation. They affected mostly wives of soldiers and policemen who lost their lives in active service lamented the non-payment of their late husband's life insurance benefit. The women obviously are bearing scars of deprivation and abandonment, demanded prompt intervention in the payment of their late husband's life insurance benefit, and under entitlement DCS event showcase governments at the state and federal levels reinstating their commitment and support for the military who strive to maintain the peace in the country. The event, which should be a time to celebrate the departed soldiers for their sacrifice to the country, may have taken a different twist as the widows in a separate interview painted gloomy pictures of the challenges they have faced since their husbands died in active service. They specifically expressed reservation over the non-payment of the life insurance of their late spouses. And now the national chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Mahmood Yakubu, is scheduled to make a live appearance at the Chatham House in London today. The event, which kicks off at 2 p.m. West Africa time, will see Yakubu speak on the topic Nigeria's 2023 election, preparations and priorities for election integrity and inclusion, and respond to questions with regard to the Commission's plans for the conduct of next month's general elections. In the same vein, on Wednesday, New Nigeria People's Party standard bearer Rabi Kwankwaso is expected to speak at the UK-based International Policy Institute on the topic Nigeria's 2023 elections, service delivery, and policy alternatives. The visit by the INEC boss follows similar appearances by Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi on Monday and his counterpart of the All Progressives Congress, Bola Tinubu, last month.